Darkside Phil here, and welcome to the weekend preview for Saturday, September 15th, 2012. And you may be saying to yourself, Phil, recently for the past several weeks you've been putting out the weekend preview on a Saturday night. Is there a particular reason why? What's going on with that? Well, just for the past few weeks it's made sense simply because I was either coming off of vacation or I had a change in plans. I had just come to the end of maybe a game, and I wanted to explain what was coming next because I hadn't announced it yet. In this case, for the past several Saturdays, John Rambo has not been able to come to do co-op because of his car situation, which, by the way, is now remedied, which you're going to talk about in this video. So, because he hasn't been here for co-op, I haven't been uploading, co-op footage, and, I haven't been working super late into the night. Right now, it's about 9:41 p.m. my time while I'm recording this, and so I have the opportunity to actually do the weekend preview now. Usually I don't. Usually when John comes for co-op, we play till after like 10 o'clock. And by the time he's gone, I'm busy setting up uploads and stuff. I'm not in any, mood or anything to film the weekend preview that late at night. So, here's the thing. For now, I've been doing it on Saturday. However, it looks like starting this next Saturday, John will be back doing co-op. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in this video. So, probably this will be the last week you'll see it as on a Saturday. As long as there's co-op with John, this will probably go up on Sunday, okay? So, that being said, usual weekend preview agenda. Let's review what I did in the past week. Let's talk about what's coming up in the coming week, because it's a big week, huge major release everyone's been waiting for. We're doing a big co-op event for it, so let me explain everything that's going on. So first of all, this past week, what did I do? Well, the retail release for this week, the new game that really started off the hardcore gaming season, was Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Now, I was fully aware, I was absolutely fully aware that there are lots of fans of mine who aren't hardcore gaming fans, okay? I mean hardcore fighting game fans, what I meant to say. There are a certain group of people who did actually start following me back when I was playing Street Fighter 4 relatively frequently online, but since then, there's been a tremendous amount of fans who've jumped out to watch me do my playthroughs here on DSPGaming. So here's what I decided to do. I decided to do 2 games simultaneously, that way it would mix it up and give variety, okay? So all this week on DSPGaming, I've been playing through Sly 2 Band of Thieves, the HD remake from Sly Collection, and I actually completed it as of today, so you can watch that entire playthrough now from start to finish here on DSPGaming. At the same time I was doing that, over on DSP Street Fighter, I was playing Tekken Tag Tournament 2, okay? And so far I've played, I believe it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to say probably like 10 characters or something like that I've played through the game with. I've done customization mode, showing you all the different cool customizable things you can do with these characters, with colors, with items you can buy, and stuff like that. I've done practice mode gameplay, showing you off what I feel are some of the strongest things that these characters have, move-wise and combo-wise. I actually did several arcade mode run-throughs of the game, where I beat the game, and then finally I did 2 sets online of online gameplay with the game. So honestly, I've almost experienced everything there is to experience with this game, okay? Pretty much there's only a couple things left to do. I have to do a player match, because what I want to do is jump into it and see how many people you can have in a match and what's the nature of player matches. Even though they're not ranked, I still want to see how that works. I have to try survival mode, and I have to try that ghost mode. And once I've done those, I've pretty much experienced everything there is to do in the game. And normally I don't do this for fighting games, but I actually think that this time around I have enough knowledge of Tekken, I have enough knowledge of fighting games in general, and now that I will have played all of these modes, I really feel that coming up, I'm going to do a Hateful Truth of Tekken Tag Tournament 2, okay? But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I haven't had a chance to do survival mode, ghost mode, player matches, that stuff yet. I did everything else pretty much, and people really seem to enjoy the online gameplay. What I think it is I haven't played a fighting game online competitively in these match settings in quite some time, simply because there hasn't been a game that's piqued my interest. There's been games like Skullgirls and Persona 4, I just haven't liked them enough to really want to jump online and play for 2-3 hours online against other people. In this case with Tekken, I already have a Tekken knowledge, in my head from playing the previous Tekkens. Not that I'm saying that I'm anywhere near tournament worthy, no way am I saying that, because I am far from that. But I at least have enough knowledge that I can go online and semi-defend myself, you know what I mean? And I know I am getting better. I've learned new things the new mechanics of the game and such. And the second set that I went online when I played with Wang and Lei Wulong, really I think I did pretty well for myself, getting over, I think it was like 23 or 24 victories. Might have been a couple more out of 40. Especially because most of the people that I lost, you could tell they're hardcore Tekken players who have played Tekken 3 or Tekken 4, 5, and 6 competitively, which I never did. And you could tell that they're in, you know, they understand everything going on with the game. I don't even know any of the characters from Tekken 6. I don't know who they are or what their moves are because I never played Tekken 6. So, that being said, I'm a little bit behind on Tekken, but I had a lot of fun playing Tekken this week, okay? I really did. And I'm happy that I had a chance to dedicate as much time to it as I did. Now, today, John Rambo was not able to come and do co-op because we're going to talk a little bit about, he did get a car. He's in the process of kind of cleaning it up, and he will be here on Tuesday. And being that he was going to drive here on Tuesday, he says it would be too much to drive here on Sunday and then Tuesday. Keep in mind, it is an hour-and-a-half ride each way for him, okay? So, no co-op this week. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do the WWE Night of Champions pay-per-view simulation matches like we do every month. We simulate these matches, and we didn't get to do it this month. We're going to probably do it next Saturday. I'll get to that when we get to it. But just so everyone knows, no, we didn't do it, but it looks like we may do it next week. So what's on the agenda for this week? Now that I've actually beaten Sly 2, and I've got a couple days until Borderlands 2 is released, which we're going to talk about, what am I going to do in the meantime? Well, there's a couple odds and ends. First of all, as I said, all those game modes of Tekken Tag Tournament that I haven't played yet, I want to play. So I'm going to be checking those out over on DSP Street Fighter, probably during the course of Sunday, possibly on Monday. It all depends on how much time, because here's the thing. On Sundays are probably my day with the most limited amount of time that I can film, because I actually usually visit with my parents, or my parents come visit me, and then we go out to dinner. So for several hours I'm going to be busy on Sunday. So I'm going to have less time than usual to record. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to do any recording, it just means that I have limited time. So tomorrow, probably you're going to see more Tekken Tag Tournament footage, especially because today I took a break from it. I wanted to beat Sly 2, which took a while, and I said, let me just focus on Sly 2, beat Sly 2, so that I can actually focus on other things, okay? So tomorrow, you're probably going to see some Tekken footage. Now, one thing that I do want to make people aware of, that actually, last night I actually uploaded this, but the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway has started. This is a contest I'm holding every single week for the next 10 weeks, where I'm giving away a retail game. I'm not going to explain all the rules and everything in this video, because I already have a whole video up about it that I put up last night. Check the video out. If you're interested, you can enter on the forum. So far, last time I checked, we had about 800 or 700. You know what? Let me double check, because I haven't checked it in a couple hours. I've been playing Sly. I'm actually curious to see how many entries we have for the first game, which I'm actually kind of surprised at, because the first game, in my opinion, I think it was probably the one with the least demand for it. Let's see. Alright, we've got 646 entries so far into week 1 of the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway. If you didn't hear the video or you didn't see the video yet, the game is Spider-Man Friend or Foe for the Xbox 360. So yeah, that's a lot of entries for a game that I didn't think a lot of people would want. So what that says is, number one, either people are just, wow, I'd like to win something that maybe Phil can autograph, maybe it's just a piece of memorabilia, or, I don't know, maybe a lot of people did want to play the game, I don't know, but that's week 1. Every Friday from here on after, for the next 10 weeks, I'll be putting out a new video at night that will announce the winner of the previous week, and that will also reveal the game that's up for grabs that next coming week, okay? So stay tuned for that every Friday for the next couple months. You're going to want to stay tuned and see if you can win some really cool games, okay? So, Sunday is going to be Tekken Tag Tournament 2 footage. And maybe something else, I don't know. Monday, I don't know. And here's what I mean. There is something that has come out that people have been asking me about a little bit, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to play it. I believe it's called Black Mesa something something something. What it really is so these fans have remade Half-Life 1. They tweaked the game, they brought it into the modern age, it's got HD graphics and textures, and apparently, from what people are saying, it's really neat. Now, I actually never played Half-Life 1. I know a lot of people would say, oh, but yeah, I never played Half-Life 1. I did play Half-Life 2, but not Half-Life 1. And so I don't know really of the story of the game. I never followed along with it. I don't know that much about it. And people have been asking me to play it because it's actually free to play on the PC, and it came out a couple days ago. It's a possibility. I actually, from what people are saying, the campaign is 6 to 8 hours long, which would be perfect for like a day or two of downtime. But tomorrow, like I said, because it is the day when I spend some time with my parents, I don't know if I'm going to have time to start it, especially because I do want to do some more Tekken. Oh, excuse me. And Monday would definitely be a day that I could start it, but also I want to kind of finish up with Tekken that day and possibly review it. The goal here is to be done with Tekken by Tuesday. I have to be done, meaning I have to have explored all of the modes and everything in it, okay? So there's a possibility I will actually start that game, the Half-Life remake, Sunday or Monday. If I don't finish it, that's fine, because here's the deal with this week. This week we're going to have a big co-op event for Borderlands 2, okay? Comes out on Tuesday, and myself and John Rambo are actually going to be here in the condo playing it all day Tuesday. We're going to team up with the Arid Lord, who's going to be online. He's going to be playing cooperatively with us over the internet. And then we may or may not be looking for one more person. We had a couple candidates in mind who would jump in and be the fourth person, but they all kind of fell through. So that being said, we may be looking for a fourth. I'm not saying 100% yes or no that we will be, but definitely we'll let everyone know what the deal is come Tuesday. And our plan is, Tuesday morning, as soon as GameStop opens, I'm there, and I pick up the copies of the games. John Rambo's driving here. He'll be here around 11 a.m. We're going to come together. We're going to have the two setups like we've done previously with other co-op games, like Operation Raccoon City, like Dead Island last year. And he's going to be right there. I'm going to be right here. We're going to be playing. I'll be recording. And we're going to start, we're hoping to start gaming by noonish on Tuesday, because we know exactly how long this game is. I mean, people are saying it's like a minimum of roughly 25 to 30 hours, and that's if you skip all side missions and stuff. If you're just trying to get through like the story of the game, you know, it's a pretty hefty game, and I understand that. Borderlands 1 was a very hefty game as well, so I understand where they're coming from. So our goal is on Tuesday to start at noon and play as long as we possibly can. Let's get as much done as we can on Tuesday so that we take a big chunk out of this game, okay? We're going to continue to play this game cooperatively. John is not going to come here every day this week, only that first day. But he's going to play over the internet with us, joining us Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And depending on how long it takes to beat it, we don't know. We might beat it. Maybe we could beat it Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe it is such a long game that we're not going to be able to beat it until Friday or Saturday or later. Who knows? What John kind of tossed up to me as an idea is, let's do it as much as we can on Tuesday, play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday over the internet. If we still haven't beaten it by then, he'll come again on Saturday, and normally we would do co-op gameplay, but we'll film a Spark Guys video version, but then we'll also play Borderlands here and hopefully beat the game. So that's the tentative schedule of things that's going to be going on this week. We're not 100% because we don't know how long the game really will be or how long it will take for us, okay? But yeah, we're going to start on Tuesday. And so here's the thing, and here's what I don't know what I can promise you guys is, ideally what I would like to do is start recording at noon, okay, and then let's say we take a break 3 hours in, we're exhausted, we need a break. I would like to be able to start uploading that footage. Problem being, I don't know if uploading is going to affect the quality of the connection with the online play and mess up with our co-op. If all of a sudden we try it and it starts lagging, we may have to stop the upload. So there's a possibility you may not see any uploads of this game until Tuesday night. Okay? And there's nothing we can do about that. That's just the nature of the beast. I don't have multiple internet connections here to be running a game here and uploading here and not have them affect each other negatively. There's nothing I can do about that. But we're going to try and see what happens. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I will be able to upload the footage and it won't be an issue. I guess we're going to find out come Tuesday, okay? So that's the plan. Again, if we have plans to maybe invite a fourth person or whatever to the game, I'll let everyone know, and you guys can jump in and maybe join us during the course of the campaign as well. Keep in mind that if you're not equal level with us, that it might not be much fun, because the way that this game worked was that lower level people would get scaled to be higher level, but really they couldn't do a heck of a lot. They were just kind of along for the ride. So I'm not sure if that'll be the case in this one, but we're going to find out what happens, okay? So that's this week. This week is Borderlands 2. The game's going to be that lengthy, that much of a game to tackle, I feel, that, you know, we want to dedicate the entire week to it if possible. Now, obviously, there are no new retail releases till next Tuesday. And let me tell you, next week is going to be a supreme clusterfuck of new releases. So many new games coming out at once. I don't know what they were thinking, but we'll talk about that next week when we get to it. Okay? This week, Borderlands 2, or Borderlands 2, however you want me to pronounce it, all week until we beat it. Once we beat it, then, hey, guess what? Let's say that we beat it on Thursday or Friday. Well, then Saturday, John Rainbow will come and we'll do something different. That game Double Dragon Neo just came out. We could try that. I can't speak English. Cooperatively, see if we like that. We could do the Night of Champions simulation matches, and sure, they'll be a week late, but better late than never. People love those simulations, and we don't want to miss out simply because there was a little snafu with the car or anything like that. So either Borderlands 2 continues on Saturday, or we're going to do other co-op if we've beaten it by then, okay? I just can't stop burping. You know what it is? I was drinking this disgusting low-carb Monster Energy drink. I've had this in my fridge for like 6 months. It was on sale one day, a 4-pack at like my local supermarket, and I bought it. It's the most disgusting thing ever, but I was in there, and I was like, I'll just fucking drink it, and it's awful, and now I'm burping like crazy. Okay. So that's the agenda for this week. Keep in mind, on Friday night, there will be another announcement of the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway. You'll have a new game. I'll announce who won for over the course of the week, who actually won Spider-Man Friend or Foe, and I'll tell you what game is up for grabs that next week, okay? So it's going to be a jam-packed week full of footage with the conclusion of Tekken Tag Tournament. And hold on, because I know some people have said, well, Phil, what do you mean the conclusion? That means you're never touching the game again? It doesn't necessarily mean that, but with the amount of freaking releases coming out, the fact that Dead or Alive 5 comes out, not this week, but the week after, and that's another viable fighting game that I want to try out. I don't know if I'm going to have time to play these games after their initial runs on DSP Street Fighter, because I'm going to be so busy with new games every single week. Now, if there is a week where things lag up a little bit, and maybe I beat a game early or whatever, then maybe I'll go back to these fighting games and I'll play some more, learn some more characters, go online again. As of now, I'm going to do as much as I can until another thing comes up, which is incidentally exactly what's happening this week. More Tekken tomorrow, and possibly Monday. I'm going to try to do a Hateful Truth of the game, which is pretty crazy. I haven't done a Hateful Truth of a fighting game in a long time, but I actually have some feelings regarding the game, regarding it on a competitive level and on a casual level, and who really would get more out of the game, and who's going to like the game and who's not. I think you're going to want to tune in for that, because I think it's going to shed some light on the whole situation with this game, especially now that I have a unique outsider's kind of a viewpoint with my girlfriend Leanna, who bought the game, and she's not into a tournament setting, and she had some strong feelings about it. But I'll talk about that in the Hateful Truth review when it comes up in the next couple of days. So, conclusion of Tekken footage coming the next couple of days. Possibility I'll start this Half-Life 1, remake. Maybe so, maybe not. It all depends on how long it takes me to get through Tekken. Big Borderlands co-op starting on Tuesday and continuing all throughout the week. Either more Borderlands, hopefully concluding on Saturday, unless we've beaten it already. If we've beaten it already, John Rainbow and I are going to do different co-op, like Double Dragon Neo, or the Night of Champions pay-per-view sim matches, or both. And a video of Smart Guys will finally be filmed this coming Saturday, and then possibly me resuming things such as the Half-Life HD remake, if I haven't had a chance to play enough of it or beat it before the releases that come out that week after. So that's roughly the schedule this week, just so everyone knows. I'm super pumped for Borderlands. I'm super pumped to do another co-op game. Like Borderlands 1, I didn't do co-op because I didn't want to take on such a long, daunting game with people who I wasn't, friends with, and at the same time, at that point I wasn't doing these kind of co-op with John or with anybody else. So I didn't have people like John and the Airy Lord to call upon to say, hey, you want to do co-op? Now I do. So I really feel the game will be better. I think that my Borderlands 1 experience suffered greatly because I didn't experience it in a co-op atmosphere. I'm hoping that this time around with Borderlands 2, that it'll be a more positive experience having all of us playing at the same time. So that's it for the weekend preview. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for listening and bearing with me with all the information that I had to cover. It's going to be another exciting week. Week 2 of the Hardcore Gaming Season is in effect. So let's get into it. I will see you for new gameplay this week, and peace out.